Welcome in, everybody, to this week's episode of Whispering Pantheon. Last time on Dragon Ball Whispering Pantheon, the party came to the Third Eye. A large, I would say the biggest part of it is its tap room. The tap room that's able to fit basically everybody in the village in one grand party. On the mountain of Delphi, coming to find the Oracle, only to find out that the bridge is broken and there's some kind of magical spell that keeps the bridge from being crossed by anybody other than, anybody. Nobody can cross. Proof as the dark night came in. The man with the mask that was connected to half of his face. The party never saw, but they heard and they smelt that sinewy, raw meat scent. And they heard the crunch and snap of tendons as he chewed on the free scones, slathered in butter. Was rude. There was a little bit of verbal tussing with the party, back and forth. Myyrion couldn't believe his eyes. I remember distinctly he looked at the wine like, what the fuck is this spiked? Only to discover that no, this entity that pings both fiendish and celestial cannot even cross the bridge without Polyus, the carpenter, fixing said bridge. Meanwhile, speeding ahead, the party tracked Polyus, and they came to a waterfall, under which were hidden massive centipede-like creatures, perverted in their nature, completely unnatural. Though Durch did try to befriend Run and actually succeeded with that motherfucker. He had that thing licking chops right out of his fingertips, little bastard. Just kidding, cats, do whatever you want.
Just misunderstood. That's it.
They defeated the centipedes, only to find that Polyus had vanished. That he had perished. He had expired. Though Hippolyta said she would be able to return him. But no one could come into her tent to bear witness to her visage, lest there be problems. And that's essentially, more or less, where we begin. After the party has had a significant evening taking watch, it's third watch that saw the moon and the sun clashing, correct?
You are correct.
Yep.
Who was on third watch again? Just remind me. I didn't take a note.
Seaweed was Seaweed.
Seaweed.
I believe
Myyrion.
Myyrion
was.
Well, you can take out a
Okay. Sorry. I muted myself. Also, my headset's kind of being a little bit of a bitch. So give me just 1 second as I fix. Okay, 1 sec. I fix. As I am fixing, Seaweed, Myyrion. The entity of moonlight came spiraling towards the earth. And you believe it may have hit somewhere close. I need both of you to make a survival check, please.
Survival check, heck yeah. First roll, heck yeah. 9 total.
I got an 8.
Woo! We're gonna survive so good. We're not surviving. Just death.
That's good. That's very good. Hold on, I'm just fixing this really quick. Nice. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of oil grease and some tongue licking. I almost said something else with your tongue, but let's...
Tongue licking?
Yeah. Shh. So an 8 and a 9. You are unsure where it's landed. Though you believe It might be close, though exactly where it's evaded either of your survival checks. What would you like to do?
So we definitely saw something come from the sky, but we don't know where it went. I just want to confirm, like,
Yes, you
we're not oblivious.
You don't know the exact location of where it fell. You would have known the exact location of where it fell if you had made the check.
Myyrion friend! What was that?
I am unsure of what that was. It looked like a person with wings.
Wings? Oh,
Yeah, there's black things coming off their back.
Oh, see, we did not notice. But should we tell the others? Should we tell the others, or should we go search?
We should get all the others up first and make sure they're actually awake, even if they haven't woken from that battle that happened.
Oh, that is very true, very true. Myyrion! I have to come down. Steve's gonna jump off, hopefully, and hit the nearby water. And descend, hopefully, quickly.
You're gonna. Oh,
And
I'm assuming because I'm an awesome trying swimmer and such, I can. No roll needed, I assume, because I'm awesome.
roll in acrobatics.
No! That's not how this works! I pretend you say yes! Okay, I got a 4! That's not how this works!
Seaweed does do an impressive flip, Myyrion, and then they they belly flop. A nice hard thwack, and then slow.
Myyrion will just kind of grimace at that and then walk towards the closest person to him.
Okay, roll me a d6, please.
3.
It is Diego. How do you wake him up?
Myyrion will kneel down next to him and just kind of gently shake him. Just, Diego, my friend.
Good morning.
Good morning. We saw these two things fight in the sky, and we think one of them got injured and landed somewhere close, potentially. But we're not quite sure where, so we wanted to make sure everybody's awake.
Oh, you know, last time I helped something that fell down, I got a best friend out of it. Let's hope that happens again.
A collection of friends, always a good thing.
Yeah. They're really nice about it. But anywho, I'll go wake up someone. All right. Yeah. All right.
And Myyrion would stand back up and I guess help Diego as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sliding back,
cheese. Okay, cool.
sliding back over to Seaweed, you are just cresting the water, catching your breath from that hard slap. Who would you like to wake up?
Who's closest to the water's edge?
Durch.
Durch. Alright. Fully sopping wet, I go over the Durch. I don't even stop the drive. I just, Durch friend! Wake up! And there's just a cascade of water just pouring all over Durch. Durch friend! Durch friend! Do you see the sky?
Oh my god.
See what
Oh
sees in the
God.
sky? Durch. Look.
I don't know if
Who's
you guys
that?
remember, but I was the only one that actually failed the nightmare thing. So I wake up like freaked the hell out.
And also very moist.
And moist? What do you
Best
want?
friend!
Seaweed. Yes.
Do you see the sky?
What about the sky?
There-
It's
there-
morning.
There is something up there.
There is no sun. There's not even a whisper of light on the horizon. It is still stars twinkling, ass crack, dark.
So, is it still dark out? Okay,
But
Steven's got a... Sorry.
but Seaweed's kind of glowing in the firelight.
I mean, okay, so is it really, like, is it almost like pitch black out?
It is probably like an hour and a half before dawn.
Alright. Steve's gonna start, spinning up and, like, driving some colored lights.
Oh God. What?
Good.
What?
Friend! Yeah, you do not see in the dark. Think! And I
do
spin
see in
my
the dark,
hands and
Seaweed.
I offer you a handful of glowing liquid. Friend! Here,
He's
so you can see in the
gonna.
dark.
Durch is gonna sit up and like pull out his bottle of boundless coffee and just chug for like a minute straight. And what is going on, Seaweed? What do you need? Is it time to wake up?
Yes, friend! There was fighting or someone fell from the sky.
Someone fell from the sky.
Yes, friend.
Okay. Where'd they go?
Seaweed has no idea. Maybe, friend. Where is person who fell?
Let's meanwhile hear Myyrion, who's the second person you're waking up. I'm so sorry, Seaweed kills me.
I love it.
Oh, Seaweed kills me too.
All right, Myyrion, who's the second person you wake up?
Myyrion would approach Vakeen's tent.
Okay.
And then just kind of, I guess, lightly knock on the outside of the Does he see how sturdy it is?
How sturdy it isn't?
Can you roll really poorly on this? Roll a percentile for
I
me.
think it was super average.
Let's see, Myyrion. Roll a percentile.
But he's been
90.
building his own tent for a little while.
What'd you get? Sorry.
90.
Okay, it does hold. The whole thing shakes like a Christmas tree with a fat cat inside of it on, a nice post-Christmas morning when mom doesn't care too much, and the cat's kind of like
Perfect.
on coffee and it's like, yeah, there's like a jingle and like a shake and quake and Vakeen, you're sitting up. Like it's a tornado.
I'm just in a meditation because elf, but yeah, I'll like open one eye and then slowly open the other. Yeah. Yes. What is it?
Something happened, and we're just getting everybody up. Some being fought in the sky, and one of them seems to have fallen nearby somewhere. We're not exactly sure where, but
I'm sorry, you just said a being fell from the sky?
yes.
Oh, that is very interesting. Okay, I will be right out.
All right.
He'll, he doesn't got a lot to put on, so takes him just a second to come out, and he's got his familiar around his neck, and joins the party and says, "Good, not quite morning. Where is this being that fell from the sky?"
Durch is gonna kind of walk over to Bingo's tent, right? They're not awake yet, right?
Not yet. Not yet, no.
Okay. And then walk over and not intrude and just yell, "Bingo! Something happened. Get out here."
Bingo wake up at kind of a start, instantly go for mace shield. Look around real quick. Realize there's no immediate danger and like soften a little bit. And just look to you expectantly.
Yeah, Seaweed woke me up, and everybody's gathering. I guess something happened during the night.
Okay. Bingo will just join up with the group.
Ah, good morning, Sir Bingo.
Good morning, Vakeen.
Alright, what direction is this being that fell from the sky? I'm very
The
interested.
sky. That is up.
I mean, it started up, yes, but now it is down.
Yes, so down. Yes, you're so smart. They're now down. So smart. So smart.
Durch is like looking down at the ground with his eyes closed, rubbing his nose, like pinching his nose. Just, oh, it's too early for this.
Right, what direction?
Seaweed does not know.
Does not know. Ah, good.
Also, you know, Seaweed has already been, like, you know, spinning up, like, bioluminescent colors, so Seaweed is glowing quite brightly.
Perfect.
That's looking good, Seaweed.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay,
Do we have like, at least a general idea of where they fell, or like we have no idea?
We have a general idea.
Just not how
Okay.
far.
It's probably not a wise idea to. I don't really want to split the party, but I also don't want to leave points at Bingo's tent. We don't want to leave Our Lady, who is in the process of reviving our carpenter friend. Probably don't want to leave them
Can-
unguarded.
I'm always willing to stay behind for my lady's sake.
I'll stay behind as well. And he like goes and lays down again, passes out.
I'll stay behind as well. Sleeps. that is probably that is probably suitable. Show the rest of us, please. Lead the way.
Yes, friends, follow Seaweed. And
Okay.
Seaweed will go in a general direction towards place.
We should probably grab a stick. So if there's a fork in the road, we just throw it up and just go where the stick points.
Diego, you are a wizard. You are so smart.
Yeah, no, my wizarding prowess precedes me, yes.
Friends, listen to Diego. Diego is so smart. Diego
Yeah.
is wizard.
Yeah, look at
so
this.
smart.
Is a very interesting way to decide which direction to go. Is that how you go everywhere, Diego?
I mean, initially, then, you know, someone asked me for a favor and pointed me in a direction. It just seemed like fun.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Can you guys check the group chat, please? Just message me back. Don't say anything. Durch, what's your passive perception?
Let me check. 11.
Okay. And Bingo, what's your passive perception?
I'm at 13.
Okay. Alright, so as the rest of the party begins to move away, there is a soft voice from within the tent where there's that faint, buttery golden glow. And Hippolyta says, I think it best that all of you go. I think all of you would be safer. Bingo, I have ways to defend myself.
Trust you, my lady.
I mean, if Bingle trusts her, then okay.
I'll look over to Jorgamunder. Protect my lady.
And he just is like, squeak, sir!
Squeak, squeak 'em.
Durch kind of like looks over at the tent, looks a little annoyed. He's like, all right.
Forgive me, I have a feeling.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Go ahead.
Alright. I need to. Okay. That's gonna be an 8.
They're not entirely sure what that means.
Okay. He like makes sure all his straps and stuff are secure and silent, and kind of falls in behind everybody.
Who would like to roll the survival check?
Well, Diego's leading the way with the magic stick, so I volunteer Diego.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Diego, friend.
Okay,
Lead the way, friend.
Okay. I'll be real. I mostly lived in the city my whole life, so.
I will assist Diego.
Okay,
Also,
cool.
I'll cast guidance on Viego so he can have an additional D4.
You guys are so good. Thank you. It's an 8. And 22.
22. Okay. What is your marching order?
Diego takes the lead with a
I was
magic
gonna
stick.
say, if Diego is in the lead, I imagine I'm not far behind since I was assisting. It sounds
Yeah.
like Seaweed's up with us too.
Yeah, I'd probably be like kind of not necessarily pushing Diego, but like encouraging.
I would have let Durch go in front of me, and I would have pulled up the rear.
Okay, Myyrion,
Myyrion would try to be near the front as well.
Okay.
So, Diego, Seaweed, Myyrion,
Bingo.
Bingo?
Yep, that's what I've got.
And of course, as soon as there's a fork in the road, Diego will do the stick trick.
Look, friends! The sick trick.
It's known throughout the whole land as, yeah, it's one of the best ways to go through the forest, like all the time.
These words are so strange to Seaweed. Seaweed is so grateful for learning how to navigate these strange lands. Thank you, Diego, friend. Thank you.
Yeah,
Are
it's a treat.
Are you proficient in dowsing?
If that's what it is, I don't know. Some merchant told me like that trick, and I just been using it ever since. About like 4 days ago.
Bingo just squints his eyes at you, kind of like he's scrutinizing you from afar.
Yes, like a wizard. Diego's so smart. Learn
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. Patty and master at dowsing already.
All right, Diego.
Seaweed is very impressed.
What's your passive insight?
That's a 13.
Okay. When you hit the wall of dread, the sounds of nightlife and crickets around you go silent. Your breath leaves your throat and mouth in a puff of icy cloud. Frost hangs on the jungle around you. And you stand on the precipice of a massive crater. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception, please. One by one, each of you come to stand over the crater and experience the same sensations, the wall of dread, the silence, the chilling cold, and the crater.
So you wanted perception checks?
Yep, this is
18
for
total.
you looking in.
Uh, 16, Myyrion.
15 for
11.
Diego.
22
18.
for the big bingo.
Ooh.
11 for Durch.
Okay. All of you rolled well enough. Go ahead and put your characters here. We're in pinging. Okay. All of you hear the intense conversation in the depths of the crater. There is a whimpering sound, followed by a grunt, a snap of pain, and then a shout.
Please don't do this! Please! It doesn't have to be this way!
And those of you that got above a 15, you see in the center of the crater, awash in what you can only imagine is his own blood, the entity of Moonlight. His hair is long, like a sliver of moonbeam, pale white. And across from him, almost identical, but opposite in coloration. A twin celestial body, some would say. The creature of Moonlight says,
Please listen to me. We don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
those of you that rolled, no, those of you with passive insights of at least 11, you believe that the creature, the entity that is like the burning sun, though his embers are dimmed, he looks like charcoal that has yet to be pressed upon by the wind to ignite the flame. His fire is low, but he is definitely burning. The way his body moves, those of you that are soldiers, that have ever stabbed, that have ever fought, you see that he is reaching, that he is twisting, that he is preparing a final strike, maybe one that is deadly. And as Moon is begging and pleading, you recognize he's completely unaware that the Viper is about to strike. What would you like to do? Let me put them down here. I'll go around the board. Myyrion, what would you like to do?
Myyrion would probably move forward to the edge and look to see if there's kind of a way to get down there.
It's steep, but you think with an athletics that you could plant yourself and half slide. Is that what you want to do?
Seeing this, Myyrion will just kind of take off, and as he's leaving from around Diego and everybody, just be like, "We need to." And
Roll an athletics check.
Let me do the athletics. I'll use an inspiration on that one.
Okay.
Then same thing, so 8.
8. Ugh. All right, Myyrion. You get about 10 feet down, and you trip. Your ankle twists, and a part of your armor gets caught in some of the debris. This is not just a smooth impact. This earth is very hard with rock and shale deep below. So it's just layer on layer of like jagged ridged edge that funnel downward into the point. Oh, I want to say the epicenter. Yes. So you're stuck 10 feet. You hit hard because it's not quite this perfect slide down. All right. Seaweed, what would you like to do?
All right, so the two entities are battling it out, or they're attacking each other?
It looks as though the sun is about to pierce the moon. And the moon seems unaware, pleading.
Oh, so the moon's not aware that the sun's going to attack them?
Right. The moon is begging, please don't do this. You don't have to do this.
All right. Are they aware of Myyrion yet, or is Myrion's fallen into the crater cause any ruckus yet?
They haven't noticed him. And all of you are essentially going to act at the same time, and then I'll describe what happens with them. So imagine you all, because you're all going to like, instead of having you roll initiative yet, you all go, it's like a surprise round. That's how I'm running it.
All right. So he's gonna probably come to like the edge over here. Yeah. Hello, friends. Are you? Did you fall from the sky, friends? Seaweed is confused. Yeah, Seaweed's just gonna kind of stand up there awkwardly and yell at them.
Okay, so you're going to shout. All right. Diego, what are you going to do?
Okay. Would you say the moon's right here or the moon's right here? Oh, okay. I see clearly now. He's gonna run towards the edge, jump, and with his water skin, he's gonna use shape water to form a sort of an ice sled to slide down and try to push this guy out of the way of the attack, yelling, "Watch out!" Like that.
Okay. Rolling in acrobatics for me. Oh, that was a terrible sound. There's a horrible sound just now. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.
My voice?
No, it was like a
It wasn't too loud on this end.
Okay, that's a 15, so 18.
Okay. So you're going to manage to slide down. Roll an unarmed strike for me.
Ooh. So it's a d20 plus strength, right?
Yep.
That's an 8, so I'm just gonna use my inspiration to roll that. Oh, better! Natural 20.
Wow. Okay. All right. Vakeen, what are you doing?
I was just trying to decide that. He is definitely going to move forward with the party. I think he was going to cast, because he did also notice the intent of the charcoal boy.
Yes.
He was going to do something to try and draw his attention. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. What was I looking for? Anyway, I think he's just gonna call out to the both of them from the edge. and say, Gentlemen, can we assist you in any way? Are either of you harmed? Trying to kind of distract and deflate from the moment, maybe.
Okay, so same thing as Seaweed. I'll have you two make a roll in a minute. When I come back around. Bingo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna also move forward towards the edge. And seeing what Diego's doing, I'm gonna kind of copy him in the sense I'm gonna cast Mold Earth to make like a board of earth, and I'm gonna sled down to try to put myself in between these two beings.
Okay, roll for me in athletics. Or acrobatics. Sorry, acrobatics.
See which acrobatics or athletics? Which one?
Acrobatics.
Okay. That will be a 15.
Okay.
It'll be a 15.
15 is enough to make it down. And you're gonna try and like push people out of
Yeah.
the way.
Just put myself in the way, you know?
Gotcha. And Durch, what are you doing?
So Dirge sees everybody rushing in to help, and he just mumbles under his breath, "Fucking goody two shoes," and he'll not necessarily mosey to the edge of the crater, but he's not running like everybody else. And he's gonna cast Vicious Mockery on Dude.
Which one? The sun?
Yeah, the sun.
Okay. Is that a saving throw he has to roll?
Yep. 14 wisdom.
Alright. He is not gonna make that. Okay, Seaweed
Alright.
and Vakeen, I need you to roll persuasions, please.
Okay,
He
natural
also
20
takes-
for 25 total.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice.
Um,
He does take 1d4 psychic damage. Does that happen like once combat starts, or?
Nope, it'll
We
all
just-
I'll describe what happens.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is just your surprise round and then
Woot.
you'll see.
my persuasion was a 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. It happens all at once. The sun shifts his stance, thrusting his hand forward, which summons a blade made of fire and smoke. The moon looks panicked, and he goes to move away, only to have Diego smash into him, sending him forward. Kobold in tow. So it's Kobold on the calves and the knees and the thighs, and Diego up top, just a full tackle. All three of them hit the ground and skid at the base of this crater, and the sun flicks that sword around, igniting fully, flaming wings protruding from his back for him to turn, and then to grip his head. How do you mock him?
What a shitty little fire.
And he says, "How dare you mortals interfere with..."
And then he looks at Seaweed, who's like, "Hello, friends!" And he looks at Vakeen. And he looks confused, because then he looks at Myyrion, who's like, "Slide, trip, dunk!" And he flips the blade around, and he turns to look at Diego. Bingo. and the moon. And he says, "This isn't over, Artemis." Everybody roll initiatives.
Alright.
19 total.
Not so good. Oh wait, no, still decent. 11.
And an 18.
18 for your
16
favorite
for Durch.
kobold.
I have an amazing 3.
Ew.
Gotta save the best for last.
Seaweed, what'd you get?
Kind of matches with getting stuck in trees.
Seaweed?
Just tripping on my own feet, you know.
Am I muted?
It happens.
Hello? Seaweed, what'd you get?
19 total.
Okay. Alright, Durch, what'd you get?
16.
Okay. Alright. Let me roll. Okay, Seaweed, your move.
Okay, so there's a person on there with a sword of flame, some sort of burning entity.
Yeah, he looks like the sun. And these guys are all over here.
Did we lose someone? Oh,
No.
he goes back. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I'm kind of concerned because once again, Seaweed's water-based and not a big fan of like fire and such. So Seaweed is gonna try to kind of put the fire out. To, don't want him burned. So Seaweed takes a wide stance, and then her like kind of stomach awkwardly starts swelling, like expanding awkwardly, and then she sprays 10 gallons of water at the creature, casting Crate Water. I vomit up 10 gallons of water at him,
Okay.
extinguishing any exposed flames in the area.
Zing. Include magical flames?
I don't know.
I don't think it does.
You're the DM.
I don't think it does. But let me just look, just in case.
I'm casting magical water at magical fire.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So kind of imagine like a weird ass like Squirtle. With yeah,
Squirtle.
water gun. That's Seaweed.
We need you some cool sunglasses.
We need some cool sunglasses. You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Get other Tritons. Be the
Okay.
Squirrel Squad.
Oh my goodness, where is this spell?
Do you want to link it or?
Yeah, I'm just looking at your spells. So I was gonna read it real quick, and it's not here.
Oh, it's under. It's I got it through my custom class.
So that's on the printed out page.
Yeah, I can. I'll just link it to you in Discord real fast. Boop. There you go.
Perfect.
Sent.
All right. It does not specifically say that it destroys magical water.
Okay, you're expecting Seaweed to be smart here, okay?
So it hits and creates like an umbrella canopy. The flame's too hot to be extinguished, sparking with magical energy. Everyone, including Diego, your hair instantly curls just from the humidity of the spray. Just moist. Moist.
So moist.
Moist.
So
no,
humid.
I got a perm.
The entity's hair also curls at the ends, and his eyebrows also twist weird. And he rubs
Your
them,
perm looks beautiful.
rubs them away.
Your curls, they're so bouncy.
All right. he just scrubs at his eyebrows, wiping the moisture away from his eyes, and you fucking fish. Vakeen.
Fish? No.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, see, that's not gonna work. Darn. Man, I really didn't want to have to hurt this guy yet. I'm going to hold my action for the moment. And actually, hold on, let me double check something. Yeah, I'm actually going to hold my action, and then if he actually attacks one of my party members, then I will attack him. But for the moment, I'm just holding.
Okay. Bingo.
I will try something. I'll move forward to him. And I'll be Great Fiery One. I don't want to fight you. And I'm going to channel my divinity to try to use my arcane abjuration. Which will only matter if he's a celestial, elemental, fae, or fiend.
You want to channel... Sorry.
It's a DC 13 wisdom save if he's one of those category. And if he fails, it is turned for a minute and we'll have to run away.
Okay, he definitely makes that.
Well, I tried the pacifist route.
So you do say, I don't want to hurt you?
Yeah. Great Fiery One, I don't want to fight you.
Then get out of my way.
I don't think you should be fighting this one either.
You understand not the criminal you defend.
I don't understand, but it's still causing problems for everybody here.
He says he'll give you one choice. One chance to move.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Then you will be buried with the stars.
All right, Durch.
All right, so I would like to do cunning action to hide, right, Cheryl?
Okay.
On the edge, maybe behind a ledge or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take out my crossbow and shoot the sun.
Cool. All right.
And gotta roll to hit first. 19. Plus something, right?
Your attack bonus. Like your...
Oh, right. Plus 5. Yeah, so 14. Or 24.
24 hits. So go ahead and roll your regular damage and your sneak attack damage because you took the hide action. Which I
Yeah,
believe
so-
cunning action is your bonus action.
Correct. Yep. So 3 plus 3, 6 for the crossbow, and then 6, so 12.
Okay, your shot hits him in the shoulder, jerking him forward, and then he spins quickly again, looking up at the ledge, and he sees Vakeen, Seaweed, and Myyrion struggling to his feet. The flames intensify. Okay, Diego.
Diego will look at Artemis and say, "What are you doing? Get up!" And with those words, he'll use a healing word, which His wounds don't disappear, but he feels the will to keep on going. And that is a 8 to healing, and we'll be able to get the disengage and backing up with Artemis behind him.
Okay. You see some of the wounds begin to knit and heal. And the sun
Says, you defend a traitor this day. You will perish.
and Artemis says,
Please, please, brother, it doesn't have to be this way. They're just mortals.
All I see is someone who's not willing to fight and someone else who's just picking on him.
How idealistic you are.
Jeez. Get over yourself.
how far do you move back? How many squares?
Oh, Diego's shit talking the guy. He moves. I guess he can only move half because he's trying to carry Artemis with him. So, right around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the end of his turn. That's action and bonus action.
Okay, Myyrion.
Myyrion will definitely struggle to get to his feet after that fall. Kind of panting a little bit like he has the wind knocked out of him. And he'll try to continue down the slope, but he only gets half his move from getting up, I believe.
Yes. Takes half your movement to stand up from prone.
Mm-hmm. So I can only move 3. Do I need to do another athletics?
Yep. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Sorry, my headphones cut out.
What else would no problem. What else would you like to do? So that was just your move. So you get your action, your bonus action still.
That'll actually be it for this. He'll just have his sword and his shield out and just kind of stare at the fiery guy.
Okay. Alright, let me use this tool here. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. That is a dirty 20.
21 for Durch.
I also got a 21 for Vakeen.
I got a 10, but I'm going to use Favored by the Gods to add 2d4s to that.
See, we got 10 as 10.
Oh, let me just roll the same dice twice. Let's see. 3, 2. So 15 with Favored by the Gods.
Just reading this? Okay. Alright, those of you that did not make at least a 16 on your dexterity saving throw, you take 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh,
Youch.
there goes the squishy sorcerer.
As the sun begins to intensify, and Artemis says, "Please, Apollo, don't do this." And he says, "I will not suffer this infraction. How dare you mortals speak to an Olympian?" And he bursts. The flash, the heat, the pop. Artemis suddenly extends as well, glowing bright blue. As the two colors clash and collide, one icy, crystalline blue, silver white, the other this bright, hot, molten orange. You feel if Artemis had not reacted, the very skin from your bones would have been melted. And you hear the two over the din of the explosion shouting at one another. And Apollo says, "You had no right! You had no right to take what is not yours!" And Artemis says, "I had no choice. Someone needed to. Please understand." And then there is the sound of a blade. And flesh and bone. Everyone, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, Seaweed's doing so good right now. 6.
Man, I'm so good at this. 23.
Go ahead, man.
That will be a nat 1 for Durch.
Dirty. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yee.
17.
Do you not have a thing to reroll that nat 1, Durch?
Yeah, I should probably do that, huh?
Because yeah, if
Let's
you
use the
want, you can
inspiration.
use your inspiration.
I thought it would be a good idea to bring that up.
Yeah,
And if
thank
you didn't have one, I would have offered mine.
So that's gonna be a 7?
Even with a reroll? Oh no.
Can I
Yeah.
feed him like another one out of mine?
Yeah.
Okay, you're taking one of mine. Get like above a 10, please.
I'll do what I can.
Just intimidate your dice. Tell them they can't roll below a 10 because I
You
give you my
guys-
inspiration.
Need to figure this out. Come on, dice. Okay, that's a little better. 16.
Teamwork.
Okay.
Thank you. Especially since you
Oh.
guys started this.
There is a massive explosion.
I mean, I didn't start fighting the guy.
Sparks of cold, icy light shoot across the open area. And then one by one, each of you find yourself surrounded by the sounds of crickets, this deep hum from this light, this glow. But Apollo is nowhere to be seen. Anyone with a passive perception of at least 11, from the center of the crater, each of you, wherever you were in the crater, you've been knocked back 10 feet. You hear the sound of weeping.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If we failed that wisdom saving throw, what happened?
Didn't everybody
Got
get
a
at least a
6.
15? Oh, you got a 6.
Yeah.
You are unconscious.
Seaweed's dead.
Use mine. Use my inspiration.
No, I'm on the
Reroll
floor. I'm on the floor. It's more fun.
that. Okay.
Not dead, just unconscious.
Dead. Ugh.
So Seaweed
Said
is
crying?
out. Yeah, there's tears.
Diego would like to go towards the crying.
Who would like to go towards the crying?
Bingo would also like to go.
Also, those of you that are up top, Durch, Vikeen, you notice that Seaweed is unmoving when you sit up.
As much as the player wants to go to the crying, I would go to Seaweed since she is unconscious
Alive.
to check on her.
Alive. Just unconscious.
Air would go towards the Chron as well.
I'm going to stay by Seaweed so that she is not alone, but I'm going to send my familiar forward because I can see and hear through her. I can't see and hear myself where I'm at by Seaweed, but I can see and hear through her if I choose to do that, as
Okay.
long as she's within 100 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I send her forward.
All right. Durch, what are you
Durch
deciding to do?
is gonna like check Seaweed's pulse, make sure she's still alive,
Alive.
and then once he realizes that, he's just gonna sit down on the edge of the crater and just kind of wait.
You want to try to listen to everything that goes on inside the crater?
Yeah.
Okay, roll perception.
Yeah, these dice are getting retired. I don't hear shit. That's a 4.
You don't. The light blocks your vision. Even though it's a soft glow like the moonlight, it's enough that it's unpleasant. And the DM needs to run to the bathroom, so we're gonna take a quick break, and I'll describe what you see and what you hear. Everyone else, let's move toward the tiers. And we're back. Okay. Those of you that have moved closer to the weeping, you see them first. Artemis kneeling in the scorched and toasted earth. The smell of fire and molten rock all around you. In his arms, head on his lap, is Apollo, with his own sword through his chest.
I'm really sorry about what happened. I don't know what was going between you all, but we just had to act. Is there anything we can do?
He looks up at you with the palest silver eyes, awash in moisture. He says, "No, I don't think there is."
What was the deal with all of that? You didn't seem interested in fighting, but it looked like he was out for your blood. Your brothers, that's awful.
And then he stops and his eyes focus beyond your shoulder. And they focus back to you. Would you like to roll an insight or perception?
Oh, yes,
Which one?
please. Perception. Actually, let me double check my character sheet just in case. Oh, they're both the same for me, actually, so either or. Yeah, that's a 17. Dirty 20.
On perception?
Insight.
Okay. There are only a couple people behind you. Myyrion. Up on the lip, Durch, McKean, and Seaweed. One of those 4.
Do you recognize one of us?
He nods. Yes.
Would you like to talk to them?
No. No.
Why?
And then those of you that have moved closer, Myyrion, Bingo, Diego, and Segura, the snake.
He says, I am a traitor. I am a murderer. You should not be seen with me. If you are, the Olympians, they will seek to destroy you as well.
Who? Are you talking about simply murdering? Are you talking about Apollo? Or someone else?
He holds his brother a little tighter. And
I see.
If I tell you, you're just mortals. If I tell you, you could all die. You should leave. You should leave and not help me.
Nah. I want to help. You're not a traitor if you're sticking by what you believe.
Fear death. I've lived long enough.
If anything, you're defending yourself.
But you haven't even seen anything. You don't know what I've done. How can you say this?
Just tell us. It's all right.
okay, after you say just tell us, his eyes are going to move to Myyrion, who's close and hasn't spoken yet. As if he's beseeching you to speak.
Myyrion will kind of nod at him at first and then agree with Diego. Just tell us. We cannot make a choice if we don't know what we're deciding.
Segura's gonna nuzzle him, encouragingly.
Okay. And then he looks at Bingo.
Okay, him.
Then let me take care of my brother, and I will tell you.
And he points.
Meet me at the top of the crater.
Bingo will nod.
Okay, at the top of the crater. Make another wisdom saving throw, Seaweed. Actually, Constitution. I lied. Sorry, Constitution.
Constitutional, okay, stand by. 10. Total.
Okay.
I vomit on Vakeem. A common problem when people go unconscious, they often go into shock, and a common symptom of going into shock is vomiting. Luckily for you, Seaweed was just belching up a bunch of water, so you get clean water vomited onto you.
He doesn't notice until his snake returns to him, because that's when he becomes reconscious to himself, and he's like, "Why am I damp?"
Yeah, it's clean water. It's out of nowhere, a bunch of clean water just appeared on you somehow.
Yeah, he's just looks up and then looks. Oh, you're awake. Good.
No, it's just vomiting.
Oh,
You can roll a medicine
pat
to
her-
try and
pat
help
pat
wake
her
up.
back and
Yep.
see, medicine, is that something that I do?
Unfortunately,
No.
when it
Raw
comes
roll, here we go.
when it comes to people in shock, there's a danger of them basically drowning their own vomit. But Seaweed can like breathe water, so like that's not an issue.
13. $13 on a medicine.
All right. Combined with a 10 constitution, you do come to your senses as everyone else has slowly climbed their way up. So going slow, it doesn't require you to roll in athletics. And all of you are gathered as a party. If you wish to roleplay, now's your chance.
What just had in Seaweed's eye? Nipples and nipple rings.
Well, Vakeen will just smile and pat her back some more. Well, yep, glad your eyes work.
I'm
I
sorry,
will
laughing.
Is that
pick up. Yeah, someone's mic is. There we go. I'm gonna scoop up Segura and put her around my neck. And then fill Seaweed in on what little I heard. Just quietly say, so apparently in the large explosion that just happened, the fiery one, I believe he was called Apollo, he appears to be deceased. And I think he's going to take care of that, and then he's going to come speak with us, and then I'm not sure what we're doing from there, but seems complicated. Which I understand.
Seaweed's very confused.
That's alright. How are you feeling?
Seaweed is very thirsty. Seaweed feels so empty for some reason. Weird.
He looks down at his damp little bit of clothing. Well,
Seaweed is again confused. Why is Seaweed so thirsty?
here you go. He'll give her his water skin.
Yeah, I guess Seaweed just chugs it, so. Seems like a sponge, just absorbs.
okay? Any other?
Once I get up, yeah, Durch looks to Bingo and Myyrion. It's like, so what's up?
I feel regret. He didn't need to die.
Oh, sweet, we won?
I think we more have lost.
It's kind of too early to say either way.
Yeah, we definitely don't have the details.
Where's the blue one?
He's taking care of a body.
He seems to be a sensitive soul. Perhaps you could keep that in mind when you address him when he comes up here, yes?
I mean, obviously, he's some sort of god, sensitive or not, right?
What does his deification have anything to do with his sensitivity, though?
Dirk just doesn't answer.
It still feels unnatural to interact with the gods physically. This is such a strange place to me.
God, they're just a different form of people, really. No better than us, I think.
Dirch looks over and really, this blessed few that were granted these amazing powers are no different than us, that look down on mortals.
I mean,
It's just an aspect. It's just simply an aspect of who they are. I mean, there's plenty of people in power who are completely shitty. Doesn't change the fact. Doesn't really change anything about them.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
I agree.
They're just gonna kind of
What an interesting
walk away.
perspective.
Anywho,
So we wait for him here, yes? Then he
yeah,
said,
I'm just gonna say this. Remember, apparently, these guys in Olympia will not gonna take kindly for us knowing this, but like I said, they're just people. I couldn't care less.
hunted one place, hunted another. It's all the same to me.
Hunted.
He just
They're not
smiles.
Oh. They're not just visiting?
Durch shoots a weird look at Vakeen when he talks about hunted. Doesn't say anything.
Maybe a story for another night, but I'm definitely not just visiting.
Well, I do like stories. Dad told me a lot of them. So, we look forward to that.
Right. Well, then we just wait here. Anyone have any thoughts before we continue to conversate with a deity? Again, I feel he's just a man like the rest of us. Just, deities come from... In some places they're born, and in some cases they're people who have just been through a lot, survived long enough to become powerful to reach deityhood, yes? So he seems like just a man. The emotions like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do that.
So,
All you can see of like Durch's eyes is just like the green glow behind his mask, but you can tell he rolled his eyes.
so is the moon deity still in the pit, or?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
here it is.
we're waiting for him to come up because he's dealing with Apollo's body.
Oh.
During this
Bingo.
time, Myrion's gonna. Sorry.
Bingo will sit and see what he's doing with the body.
So you don't leave the crater?
He'll move, give him space, but he'll.
So you're in the crater.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, he does nothing until you leave the crater.
I'll leave the crater if I'm obviously preventing him.
It's very obvious that he's waiting for you to leave. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Chron?
I was gonna say, so when the moon deity gets closer, Seaweed will probably interact then.
Okay, but I know Chron wanted to say something as well.
This time, whenever he's talking, Myrion's gonna kind of look at Vakeen, noticing the wet, kind of quizzically look.
Did I say
Feeling a little
something?
moist there?
Oh, you know what? I'm not entirely sure. I think it was he gestures at Seaweed. When she became conscious, she was vomiting, but she was just vomiting water.
Oh.
I have a little bit more control than that. He smirks.
Myyrion just kind of puts his hands up and like shakes his head in agreement.
Durch chimes in and he's like, "No, I was there. I didn't see her vomit anything. I think you peed."
You may believe whatever you want, good Durch.
How would you know? You were looking through your snake. Can I roll
Because
persuasion to convince Vikeen that
Wow.
he peed on himself.
But
ahead.
she was actively vomiting when I became aware.
You can try.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, Vicky, you felt something wet, and then you came out of your trance. You know.
It's gonna be 18.
All right. Roll an insight, Vicky.
Also an 18. So
You know, it's possible, but you don't think you did.
he just shrugs. Believe what you might. I have no shame.
Believe what you might.
And then he just prestidigitates himself completely dry. There. Whether it was water or anything else, it's now gone.
I'm so happy that all of us are wizards.
That all of us are wizards.
McKean like smiles. He like looks at Myyrion and looks at Durch and is like, and looks at Bingo and is like, yes. He just
Bingo, a
magic.
wizard. Bingo just confirms that he's not a wizard.
But what's without
Church
the
nods
wizarding?
like, absolutely. We
Yeah,
are all
see-
wizards.
Yeah, see, keep teammates it wizard. What's with all the wizarding things you've been doing, Bingo?
They're gifts from my god.
No. Is he nice? Or whoever they are they nice?
Oh my god. My god's nice. Follow him if he
Yeah.
wasn't nice.
Okay, at that point,
Again.
in the middle of your conversation back and forth, there is a very soft cylinder of light that starts the base of the crater and shoots up hundreds of feet into the sky. You watch as the clouds begin to part and separate, forming this twisting, swirling, almost the beginning of a tornado, but not quite. And very, very carefully, Apollo's body is lifted, and the sword slowly disintegrates in his chest, but you think it's simply being sheathed. Return to wherever. When the cylinder closes and all that is left is this sprinkling of stuttering light that floats as a filament in the sky before vanishing, Artemis stands among you. His robes bloodied, burnt, his hair long, flowing, wrapped up and pulled all around him. It moves to a sway of wind that is non-existent. And those of you with a passive perception of at least a 12 recognize that it is magic, pulsating, powerful, from Artemis himself. And he bows to you.
I am the once god of the moon, Artemis. It is a pleasure. And also a sorrow-filled introduction I give to you. Thank you for coming to my aid.
It's no problem. Name's Diego Abernathy, friend. Diego will motion to his party to introduce themselves.
Hello, friend. Seaweed is Seaweed.
Hello.
Seaweed has a question. Who are you exactly, and who's your friend that you are fighting? Seaweed is confused.
My brother.
Oh,
I was a god, but no longer.
oh, you're not God. Okay. Seaweed, I understand.
I'm sorry that things unfolded this way. He'll give a small nod. My name's Vakeen.
He nods. As each of you introduce yourself, who would like to go next?
Myyrion will return his bell, and this time, Myyrion. I'm sorry that you had to meet this way.
And he looks at the little kobold.
It's a shame he had to die. My name is Bingo. I'm sorry for your loss.
My brother is not vanquished. I merely disrupted his spirit. It will only keep him busy for a short while. He will return to take my life. But until then, I have to finish what I've started.
Have you started?
I came...
Yeah, Durch. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Durch doesn't introduce himself. He just straight up asks. He called you a thief earlier. What did you steal?
The crown. The crown of bolts belonging to Zeus.
Durch just shakes his head and under his breath, trying to hide it from everyone, says, fucking gods and their drama.
Everybody hears you.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
Because I said so. I assume there was a reason that you have done this?
There is a war being waged. And neither side can win. On one hand, there are those who seek the subjugation of mortality, and on the other, a different kind of subjugation for mortal and god alike. I simply cannot stand. I cannot stand to see either mortal man or beast put into slavery. I can't.
Understands?
I can't.
Bingo.
I came seeking the oracle. But until the bridge has been repaired, not even a god can cross to see her, and I fear for those who are here. I can sense them, and I apologize. I see now why each of you have been brought here.
How long do we have until your brother comes back to find you?
Weeks, maybe.
Does Artemis friend need help?
I could not ask you. to
No.
res-
We have very powerful wizards in our group. Diego friend, very powerful wizard. Vakim friend, very powerful wizard. They are so strong. Vakim, tell Artemis how powerful you are.
I am of a humble strength, but thank you, Seaweed. But what I was going to say is we are already in the process of healing the carpenter that can fix the bridge. I mean, we're all here to see the oracle.
You see? Vikim knew to fix the bridge. Vikim, wizard, very smart.
How can you all be so kind? Except, I don't know what else I could expect from you, young Durch.
Durch is gonna stay silent
I'm a
and not say
side.
anything.
I'm a side-eye Durch.
Seaweed is looking very expectantly at Vikim. Like, you're a wizard.
Yes,
Myyrion
and we're
will-
gonna do everything we can.
Durch is gonna turn to everybody after a second, and everybody except for Artemis, and say, "Do we really want a god that has incurred the wrath of another god
But
coming
Dirk's
with
friend,
us,
they're not God.
He said he wasn't a god.
current or former? Still a god."
But not God. So they're
Still
God,
an
but not
Olympian.
God, but they are God. But they're not the God. So they're God,
Is
not God.
this, is
Seaweed is
this
confused.
not one of the individuals that you saw fighting in the sky?
You're in the sky?
Yes.
Oh. Seaweed was intrigued and distracted.
Durch kind of shrugs his hands up. God? Not God?
Please. If any of you help me, and he looks at Myyrion, Vakeen, Seaweed, and Durch. You have all been exceptionally gifted. And some of you, and he looks at Diego and Bingo. Some of you have been given boons by those that you worship. I can see that now. The longer I stand here, it is simply make sure that I can get to the gate of Hades. That's it. It's just a few weeks travel. Maybe if we find horses, we could be faster.
All right, I'm going to do this. Besides, the whole point of this was to travel. And the Gates of Hades might prove some pretty good inspiration.
I'm in just as much danger at home, so I'm for it.
We'll kind of look at Artemis and can you explain if your brother's after you or the crown?
He's after me. The crown's keeper. I was forced. I had to slay them.
And what forced you to do that?
She wouldn't give it up.
What did you need the crown so badly for that you'd be willing to take somebody's life for that?
There is a war in Olympus over this crown. Whoever wears it and wields it has the power of Zeus and the power to command every Olympian, to bend the laws of nature itself. And there are some who would see mortals subjugated, turned into slaves, and others who would see our kind, my kind, enslaved alongside mortals. Split. We're all split. A few of us are like me, myself, Aphrodite, Dionysus. We just want the bloodshed to end.
Well, it sounds to me like our fate depends heavily upon what happens here, actually. So I, for one, would like to be first-hand involved in that and not let my fate be decided by someone else.
So, are we going to destroy this ground? Because that sounds like a good idea to me.
I don't think there is a way to destroy it. If anyone would know, though, the Oracle would. I wish to seek her
Go ahead.
counsel. I want her counsel. She could tell me what I need to do. Give me a prophecy.
Well, it just so happens, I think a lot of us, because you're talking about the Oracle and over there in Delphi, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, a lot of us are going there anyway, so might as well make a trip. Who are the ones that want to enslave which gods?
He looks down. He says it's... And then he looks up. And he looks right at Durch. And he shakes his head.
At that, Durch turns and walks away just in earshot.
Well, like I said, I, for one, am 4 days. So,
I would
Well,
also like to have a say in my own fate.
I'm not going back to that lifestyle. I'll help you.
Durch just yells over his shoulder, "Let's just go get the carpenter."
That's right! Bingo, friend! Your friend is a wizard who will save Carpenter, correct?
Yes, but he will
Yes.
save
He
the
is
carpenter.
powerful wizard and will fix the bridge.
Bingo just shakes
Yeah.
his head a little bit, like he's struggling.
Yes, and you
but
agree, Stephen. You shake your head, yes. She is powerful wizard.
Bingo's just at a loss for words.
Come, friends.
Well,
Let's go see the powerful wizard. Arthur's friend, come, join us. Come meet the wizard. She is very powerful.
What do you want to say, Myyrion?
well, it sounds like we're decided. Let's go get the carpenter. Get the
Yeah,
bridge fixed.
that's...
Or at least see how they're doing. And I guess Myyrion will start walking back the direction they came from.
Yeah. His fighter stick on the ground. I don't... I remember the one, and that's how he back in camp. Yeah.
Arthur's friend, look at Diego. Diego is also a powerful
Wow.
wizard.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at the
it's
stick.
true.
Arthur,
Yeah.
look at the stick. Look at Diego work. So powerful, so smart.
Yeah, it's very intimidating.
Yes, Diego was the one who found you using the stick. Diego's very smart.
Okay. You head back to camp.
We sure do.
Durch.
Yes.
On the way, you see that Artemis glances at you several times. You can see that questions dance behind his silver-colored eyes, but he stays quiet. But it's kind of burrowing into the back of your skull, his gaze, his glances, the unspoken intensity of the questions burning deep within. What you do with it is up to you.
So he's gonna ignore it and do his best to give off no indication that he knows that
Okay,
it's
roll
getting glanced at.
roll a deception for me.
Yeah, I can do that. Can I though? With a +6, that's a 2. Or sorry, with a +6, that's an 8.
An 8.
Rolled a 2.
It
Yeah.
is eating at you.
Mm.
It's eating, gnawing, biting, pinching, until eventually you can't stand it anymore. He knows that you're aware of him. And so he finally says,
So it's true.
Durch just stops dead and looks at him. What do you want from me, God? And he's got his hand on his rapier.
I mean no harm. I just... We'll speak of it later.
Durch just stares at him for a second and then nods. Starts walking again. And he yells over his shoulder, and cut it out.
Artemis will then kind of lean and veer to walk near Seaweed, who seems just nice and friendly.
Girlfriend!
So,
What? Serious question. Where did you come from? You fell from the sky? Can you fly? Can you swim through the air?
yes, I can.
Seaweed can swim in the water, but not the air. Seaweed is very impressed.
You make him smile and chuckle a bit.
You are a powerful wizard.
Yes, I am a powerful wizard.
Seaweed loves you.
Oh,
Wait,
thank you.
is that correct?
It's like, but you know, you do you.
Seaweed. Okay, Seaweed is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Seaweed is correct. Yes, Seaweed loves you. No,
Vakeen is just like
no.
grinning
What?
so
Or does
hard.
Seaweed not love you? Seaweed's very confused right now.
Okay, you just figured out your own time.
But now Seaweed loves you. Yes.
Love is a grand emotion that enables mortals such a unique life.
Do you guys not feel that?
Not the same. No. It is sometimes lost.
Seaweed question. Do you have more tal? What is tal? You have more of that.
Mortal?
Yes, you
Mortals.
talk of having more of a tal. What is this tal you have more of?
Mortal seaweed. It's not a god. Mortal is not a god.
Oh!
Yes.
Artemis is not God. So you are this mortal.
I am immortal, yes, but my godhood has been stripped from me.
So many very new things Seaweed is learning. So you are mortal. We are also of tal?
He looks
So
helplessly.
Keen's got his arms folded, like his mouth, like he's covering his mouth, like to not openly laugh, but he's clearly holding in some chuckles.
Seaweed learned so much today. Seaweed's very happy.
Yeah. Hey, that's all it's all about.
Yes, Digo friend. Thank you, Digo friend.
Yeah. All to
Myrion's
save
just
it
up
today.
What did Myyrion say?
Myrion's just up front smiling.
Okay. And what about Bingo? What's Bingo doing?
He's trying to come to terms with what Seaweed is saying,
Okay.
but he's just shaking his head.
Right. And Durch, what are you doing? Brooding like an edgelord?
No, he's giggling a little bit, and he turns and he's like, "Seaweed, are
Yes,
you
Durch friend.
immortal? Are you immortal?"
Is that the same of being mortal? Or
Yeah, you didn't die, right? Maybe you might be immortal.
Perhaps
is
we
Seaweed
should
mortal?
hold on. Perhaps we
that?
should not put such dangerous ideas into the minds of
friend.
companions.
You were a god before. Is Seaweed God? Seaweed of
Definitely
the
not.
immortal?
No, you are immortal.
But your friendship is godlike.
Yes,
A
that's
Seaweed got a friendship.
Yeah, it does. It'd be really cool.
So he's very happy. Seaweed learned so much.
All right. Back in camp. Back in camp. Hippolyta and Jormonger. Hippolyta is wearing that wide-brimmed hat that sort of has the... Well, it does. It has, like, the jellyfish shawl that kind of comes down all around her.
Oh yeah, the veil.
And she's waiting outside by the fire with Jormonger. She stands up when she sees you, and you can see her shift uneasy if you have a passive insight of at least a 13 when she spots Artemis.
Artemis friend, there is the wizard. Right there. She's
Bingo's
one.
gonna run ahead,
Okay?
try to explain the situation to his lady before everybody else gets there.
Alright, what do you say exactly?
Apparently, our god and a ex-god were fighting. One of them has been temporarily removed. This one has come back and was talking about a war and enslavement and trying to stop that, and wants to see the oracle.
She pats your head with her gloved hand. Pat, pat. You did very well, Bingo.
Yes, my lady.
Those of you with a passive perception, of at least a 12. You see she stands a little straighter. She's very small, remember, but she stands a little straighter and lifts her chin, and she says, "My lord Artemis," and he says,
Lady Hippolyta.
You two know each other?
Oh,
Are you friends?
excellent.
Artemis glances away, and she says, "I would not call us friends."
Are you enemies?
Acquaintances, then.
Tenuously.
Raises an eyebrow.
Come, Artemis. Tell me what's happened. And he steps away from the party towards the water side, and Lady Hippolyta moves forward. If any of you try to move closer, she holds her hand out, motioning you to wait.
Can I roll a stealth check?
You can certainly try.
Sneaky. Sneaky like a snake.
If anybody would like to listen, you may also roll a stealth to get close enough to perceive their conversation.
That is 15 plus 5, 20. Dirty.
Okay. You slip into some of the trees. A low shrub, like a shadow, moving on the firm ground. You make no sound with the foliage underfoot. Anyone else?
I'm burning with curiosity, but I think I'm going to respect this request and stay back.
It's up to you. Would Vakeen want to listen?
I mean, he would, but
Well-
that's a previous deity, and that person is strong enough that they just brought someone back, and they know this deity. He knows his boundaries.
I think
Bingo is worried, but we'll respect her wishes.
I think Seaweed just naturally would just try to follow them, but they just keep like turning Seaweed away, and Seaweed finally figured out that Seaweed should not go there.
I'm gonna have that be Lady Hippolyta. 'Cause it's covered. Okay, Diego, what about you?
Respect the wishes.
All right, Myyrion.
Myyrion would do the same.
Oh, this is Lady Hippolyta. That's right, he's a pretty one. Whoop. And this is the carpenter. And this is Jormonger, he's guarding the tent. Okay. Roll a perception, Durch.
That's not a good one. Perception is 12.
You actually don't overhear a lot of their conversation. Would you like to try to move closer?
Yeah. Yeah, let's get closer.
Okay, make another stealth check for me.
Fuck. 5 plus 8, whatever that is. 13?
13. You think you're hidden.
Mm.
Roll another perception for me.
Please. That is a 10.
So between all your rolls, you hear only bits. Hippolyta asking about what's brought him to the prime material plane, is how she states it. He says, I'm here to seek guidance from the Oracle Delphi, and she then asks him, do you have it? And he grips his hands, and then he turns and he walks towards your hiding place. What do you do?
That's what I wanted to know. mm. I'm gonna stand up and face him.
Okay, you stand.
And I'm gonna say, didn't she ask if you have it?
Hippolyta tilts her head, and then she looks at Artemis. Your passive insight, you think she might have a little smile on your antics, like her face smiling because of your antics. A little, like, you don't know, there's kind of a, she doesn't seem mad. She probably thinks you're hot. I mean, in your mind.
Of course.
He just sighs and says yes. And she says, Artemis, why?
It's because someone has to take it. Someone has to take it and hide it away.
But it should not be you. You know what it will do to you.
I can deal with it. I can do this.
Artemis, give it to me.
Doesn't it say, or doesn't it make sense? Everyone already knows you took it. Doesn't it make sense to pass it to someone else?
Why do you have any say? You spurn the very gods you are from. You hate our kind.
In a low growl that he's still trying to be stealthy from everyone else except for them. You know why.
Trying to shift the conversation from him, Artemis, he takes a step. It fires off alarms in your stomach.
And he says, this is why you've brought them all together, isn't it, Hippolyta? You know who they all are, who they can become, and who favors them.
And she says that doesn't mean I'm going to exploit them. I see what you're trying to do here, Artemis, and already the crown is whispering. Please, give it to me. Please.
And he says, no, I don't think I will.
I would like to roll a persuasion to get him to give it to me.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion.
That is a nat 20.
Okay, role play it out.
Artemis, you know why I spurn the gods. Your power corrupts, and none more than the crown. I am immortal, and who better than someone who hates what the gods are about and what they do to us to have that crown and keep it away from the corruption of the gods.
The heroes will come, and so will the Titans. How will you keep it safe then?
I'll be with him. I'm taking him on as my retainer.
I thought...
He wears a mask. it affects his eyesight. He won't be injured by me. Very
Durch kind of just looks at her and
his eyes shift between the two of you.
He says this crown will whisper to all of them.
But they will be better set to resist it, just as he says. And then Artemis motions for you, Durch, to hold out your hand.
I do.
And from his pocket, he withdraws a round locket. And he sets it in your palm. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma, sweet. Jesus Christ. That's gonna be a nat 1.
Okay.
Use my inspiration.
Ooh. Ooh.
Thank you. That will be 19.
Okay. You get the sudden sensation of like your stomach dropping and plummeting like 50 feet just down. You actually find yourself like jerking. And then you hear the whispers just silently calling you, Durch. Listen, open your mind. Listen. Can you hear us, Durch? Durch. Over and over until you squeeze your eyes closed behind your mask. You feel sweat dripping from your forehead down the sides of your eyes and your cheeks. You can actually smell everything in acute focus all around you. The moist earth. It's very fragrant. Your own cologne, the leathers that you wear, and you force the sound away. And something in Artemis's eyes, when you open them and you look at him, his eyes clear. There's a change, like a weight has been lifted. And he begins to glow, his skin taking on starlight. Everybody in the camp, you see in this conversation, though you don't see Durch exactly, unless your passive perception beats his, 13?
Yeah, I think so.
When he stands up, 13. If your passive perception beats a 13, you see him. Otherwise, you just see Artemis change. He makes a motion with his hand, like he's reaching out to touch some of the wide frond leaves. And he says, then I can draw them away, and you can make the truck. She says, I will ask what Delphi says first. I don't know that I trust Hades. I don't know if we can trust any of them. He says, you're right. You're right.
Of course you can't.
Would anybody like to move closer that has a higher passive perception than 13?
No, I wish I had a higher passive.
Not
I have a 13. I see troublemaker getting too close. I'm gonna step forward.
It's got to be higher than 13 to see him.
Oh, so not a
Mira will
meets
move
it, beats
forward.
it.
Right, it's got to be 14 or above.
I do not have that then.
How about 10? That's the best I can offer is 10.
So Myrion's going to move closer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you say as you get closer?
Before he gets there, Durch looks at both of them and says not a word.
Just to clarify, he would have actually seen the handoff and everything.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, if he's got if he's got a 14 or above, yes, he sees it all.
As he approached, he kind of go to like a neutral but friendly gesture, like not like. Just be like, so, what are you handing out over here? He'll just look between the three of them.
I would like to, again, roll persuasion. Or persuasion. Because that's higher. I would like to convince Myyrion that it is something that it's not. I don't know yet.
Sure. Roll an initiative. Let's see if you speak faster than either of these deities.
God. I do not. Yeah.
What'd you get?
5.
Oh. Lady Hippolyta says a dangerous artifact.
There just shoots her a glance like, what? Why?
We have to trust them. They're all here for a reason. You may not believe in fate, Durch, but I do.
Trust is a dangerous thing.
But if trust is not given, however will it be returned? Sometimes you just
You're
have
just
to
kinda-
take a chance and find out. It's called the Whispering Crown.
Is there anything that we need to be aware of about it?
Dirge pipes up and says, yeah, it's likely that none of you would be able to take it.
That's not true. You are not the only one who has been gifted.
I understand that.
He's trying to protect everyone by being a soon. Is what she says. Sorry. Artemis takes a breath and steps forward suddenly. He says, then I will...
Dirge's hand goes to his rapier.
Okay. He does eye you, but he moves past Hippolyta up to Myyrion and he says, do you trust me?
You've given me no reason not to so far.
He hovers his palm above his chest, and all of the little starlights in his skin begin to glow, and then they coalesce down that arm, and they form like this silver blooming, like a rose, crystal in his hand. And he says, then take this. Take this and defend her.
He'll reach out and gently take them.
The crystal is like a white hot pulse of energy. Durch, you recognize exactly what is happening because it's the same shit, except unforceful. Same shit that happened to you, just gentle.
He's gonna say, don't do it. You can never trust the gods. They will never tell you their true intentions.
It's a piece of my power. It will help you to defend Hippolyta and your friends, and it will make me harder to find. I will admit, the Olympians have their own agenda, and I am no different, Myyrion. But you've come from a great lineage of heroes. And I trust you will keep this well.
He just nods at him.
He gives you a sudden bow, the two of you. And he says, then I will run.
Keep her safe. I will draw as many as I can away. It is more than Apollo that seeks my demise and the Whispering Crown.
And then he steps back on top of the water. And as he steps on the water, his feet glow and the ripples glitter like starlight. Just round filaments, twisting silvery hues. And he vanishes into a beam, like a comet shooting up and off into the night sky. And Hippolyta releases a very loud breath.
Did we see the comet leave?
Yes, yes, you did.
Oh, well, he left in quite a hurry.
I mean, he did say he was getting hunted by the gods.
Who left?
But we also just discussed also helping him. But clearly, whatever conversation was happening over there is it's different now.
Wait, was that Artemis' friend?
I believe it was. I do
Artemis
not see him
saying goodbye?
over there anymore. So
Oh, Seaweed is sad. A friend leaving.
Just be happy you got to know them.
It is true. Seaweed learned so much. Seaweed shall remember. Always.
And we're going to take a second potty break there. I'll be right back.
Woo! Woo!
And we're back.
Woo!
welcome back.
All right. Hippolyta calls all of you around the fire.
Okay.
And the first thing she does is apologize.
I think we lost you.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Oh, phew. For some reason it was like burp, 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 burp in my head. Okay. It is by design that each of you are here. And she actually reaches out for Bingo's little scaly hand underneath her veil for like comfort. And she squeezes
Bingo, like, grab it.
She squeezes her hand. I made a wish. A wish to find those that could aid me. I am who I say I am, but I am also more. And I know we've known each other less than 8 hours, and already everything is changing. I suppose I just... a miscalculation. A lapse on my part, maybe. This is a very dangerous world.
Well, all is forgiven on my end if you are forthcoming from here on out.
So, you're the one who made Seaweed lost?
I think I am, yes.
Seaweed is confused.
Magic has a way of intervening and interfering with fate.
It is right! You are a great wizard!
But perhaps it is not
What is... Oh, go ahead.
I just feel I haven't been fair. That's all.
Well, I will blame you for my inkling to come here, but I definitely do not blame you for the reason that I am no longer home. That could not have been on you.
What is fate exactly?
Durch replies to that, and he says, they would make you believe that fate is just random acts that happen to you, but it's really just the will of the gods.
I guess what I really want to know is it all just predetermined, or is there input from people?
If she looks at Hippolyta, is there input from people?
Bingo has free will to worship who he likes, and he will use his free will to push fate in the direction that the Allfather sees. And he'll just nod his head at that.
I most certainly am of the opinion that my fate was not predetermined. It would be a pretty shitty fate to be predetermined.
I wish I could give you more, but I don't have all the answers.
It's okay. There's Oracle. We'll always ask her.
I plan to.
Just. Oh, all right then.
Just know that I asked. And I made sure would come to fruition a group of individuals capable of defeating an entity known as the Colossus.
What's the Colossus? Sounds pretty big.
Is that something I could roll a history on?
Go ahead and roll.
18?
There are several Colossus. In fact, there are 4 that you know of. The Colossus of Earth, Fire, Water, and Air.
When you say the Colossus, are you referring to one of these specific 4, or... Because I believe there are 4.
There are.
Which do you speak of?
There are 4.
All 4.
I possess ability not unlike the Oracle of Delphi, and I have seen each of you in my dreams since I was a little girl.
Was it a bad dream?
No. It wasn't a bad dream.
Fakeen looks like he's holding back an inappropriate comment. Just saying.
So, friend, you saw us in the past, so you knew of what was happening to us?
Yes.
I guess for the first time, I actually kind of see we turn like a little sad. About the mention, like, someone saw her in her past and just watched. You watched.
From my prison. Yes.
Your prison.
Yes.
Did the gods lock you up?
My father did.
Who is Lizzie?
She is holding Bingo's hand and she begins to shake Bingo. You feel her fear. Like she's afraid to reveal too much too soon. I mean, second session, you know.
Bingo will position himself between her and everyone, just holding her hand just ever so tightly.
Doesn't seem like much of a father figure. Sorry to say, if I'm understanding this correctly.
When you say you have seen visions of us since you were little, have you seen visions of us throughout our lives, or future visions of us, of you meeting us? I'm just curious.
Your past and what has brought you here, I have seen. And I'm sorry I could do nothing but watch.
I mean, if there was nothing in your power to do, then there was nothing you could do. It's not your fault.
Durch says that was a nice deflection, but you still haven't really answered if you've seen our future or not.
She just looks down.
Oh, I wasn't even asking if she knew our future. I was just asking if she had seen everything up to this point. Or if she had only seen the point at which we meet and can assist her. I don't actually even want to know my future.
Bingo doesn't care for prophecy. Bingo will overcome any prophecy.
I have seen a lot, and I know not what I should share.
I think you know what you should share with me. I know you don't judge, but others will.
It is yours to reveal or not.
Right. So, I think it's best if we start going now. It seems pretty urgent, unless someone else has something they need to say right now.
So
Let me
what
ask a
happened?
question. Did you see parts or everything?
Only parts. I thought they could have just been dreams until I saw you at the third eye. Or is it three eye? The three-eyed? Third eye?
I think it's third eye. Let me double
Third
check my
eye.
notes.
Third eye.
Yeah. Third eye. Well, if the oracle will help Seaweed get home, Seaweed shall go. Is the carpenter alive right now?
He's sleeping, but yes, he's alive. She said that he'll be ready when you wake him, more or less. He's just resting.
Durch says, I agree with Diego. We have a limited time.
Right. I see. Seaweed heard like that the carpenter was like all healed and such, so Seaweed's gonna go over to the carpenter and just start poking him.
Okay, you go
Friend!
you go in the den. You wake him up.
Friend, are you dead? Poke, poke.
He he's like,
No, friend.
Why is it moist? Why is it so so wet? God, I feel like I'm being pissed on.
We would take that as a compliment. Seaweed is very moist.
Oh,
Seaweed, thanks you for noticing. Seaweed.
horrible feeling. What are you?
Yes, very honorable. Yes, very honorable.
Ah!
Seaweed is Seaweed.
the carpenter comes flying out of the tent.
Oh God! Oh!
Where are you going? He's come back. Seaweed.
Ah!
You want to see his friend?
He sees the rest of you and is like,
Seaweed.
ah! Ah! No!
Give it up for Seaweed.
We're not friends, please!
Friend, come back, friend.
I
Why
beg
you
to
ain't
differ. We
feeling?
should be. You would be dead in the water, literally. if
What
it
is
wasn't
that?
For
Why are your
Party.
nipples so sparkly? Who are you? And you, why are you so large? And you, why are you carrying a spade? And you look like an assassin. And you look like a jellyfish. And a kobold? Do you not know that those cretins, they watch the gates of Hades? You killed me, didn't you, all of you? You murdered me, and you brought me back to murder me again.
Okay, first off, that's very offensive. This is a shovel, not a spade.
Ah, I see. So, you're going to use the spade to threaten me, and you're going to make me only open the bridge at your behest. I am onto you, you villains.
I would politely ask you to make the bridge.
Durch would like to cast Thaumaturgy
Okay.
and make his eyes glow much brighter than they are and say, calm down
Assassin!
and listen.
A monster! I knew it!
Ah! And he starts running away.
Diego, friend, you're being rude. I chase after carpenter again. Come here, friend, come here. Friend, please don't leave Seaweed.
He tries to run faster, but he is aging.
I shall cast Charm Person on.
Oh, thank God.
You see, as Seaweed runs, in this Seaweed's desperate attempt to like make a friend, you see these right behind Seaweed's ears, her ears, these small glands open up and like this sickly sweet like liquid starts like drip out, and it's like has like almost like a pheromone, kind of like tries like entice the carpenter. A scent gland per se on Seaweed's neck. That should be I think it's a Christmas saving throw. 13.
He does not make it. So as this sweet scent wisps and swirls towards him, his like impressive crazy running around,
Friend, why you live Seaweed?
he slows down and is like,
Oh, yes. You indeed are my friend.
You want to see his friend? Seaweed gives him a big hug.
I love being moist.
Seaweed as well loves the moist.
It's the best feeling in the world.
It truly is. Seaweed agrees very much.
Yes.
I love happy endings.
What can I do for you, friend?
Seaweed wishes to go to the oracle.
Of course.
Can friend help with that?
I was fixing the bridge when I
You can
was
help Seaweed?
taken. Yes, I love being moist.
Seaweed also loves you.
I love you, Seaweed.
Seaweed loves you.
I have to find my tools.
We found those already.
Oh, there's Myyrion will pull out the pouch of tools.
Thank you, giant, tall, terrifying Trojan man.
That's right, you're not dead, so those tools belong to you, not to Myyrion. That is right.
Yeah.
I believe we have the rest of his stuff too.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I got the tankard back to Durch.
You did.
I'm gonna to him, and I really don't appreciate what you said about my people.
Your people are terrifying warriors. But we're friends now.
I mean, technically, they regard Seaweed as friendly. I'm not sure they extend to everyone else. It's up to you, Kopic.
Yeah, I would say that your charm person kind of envelops your whole party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they are wrapped in Seaweed's weird ass pheromones stuff.
Everybody's moist.
Everyone slightly smells like seaweed now. There's just like a fishy smell on all of you.
Pollius says, I mean no offense, young Master Kobolds. Kobolds ate my dog.
That's awful. Why would we ever eat your dog?
I don't know.
Are you sure you're not making that up?
I am lying. But it's only because I'm embarrassed I offended you.
I think she's forthcoming.
Hippolyta stands and says, let's break down camp and head our way to the bridge.
Sounds good.
And then she looks
Yes,
over.
mistress.
Durch, please follow me.
He eyes her warily, but follows.
All right. Pollius is going to help with whatever Seaweed does to break down camp.
Seaweed like slept in the water, so Seaweed's ready to go.
Okay, then he is ready to go and just watching everyone else like break down camp. If you help break down camp, please roll a group survival check. This is how well you pack things, so nothing like falls out while you're climbing, running, fighting, etc., out of your pack. And then go ahead and post them in the chat. Durch. Hippolyta says, I'm sorry to have thrust upon you servitude. The choice is yours, but the offer remains. I will take you on as my retainer if you wish. I will pay you the same as Bingo. And your interests will become my own.
Durch looks at her and says, I am no slave to a god. And before I trust you with my interests, you have to earn that trust. But my interests lead us in the same way. So I'm here for now.
I would expect no less.
I will take your money, though.
You have to earn it.
That's an agreement I can come to.
Good. Then as your first job, no one is to see me unbared. Ever. Should this veil be removed, hundreds will die. At all costs. I am to remain covered, and if ever I am uncovered, it is your job to see that the least amount of damage is done. So close your eyes.
He closes them.
And listen. Roll a perception.
He not very good at that. Especially with a 2.
Okay.
So 3 total.
What's your armor class?
15.
Okay, roll a constitution saving throw. Sorry, strength saving throw.
Just all the low stuff. Alright, that's 15.
Okay. You don't hear her move. You feel, like, as it's too late, you feel the brush of the veil, and then this hard chop to the upper part of your thigh, and you twist down and land on the ground. She says you'll have to get a lot better at fighting without using your eyes. Because if the enemies know what I am, they will unveil me, and I will kill us all. And then she heals you with a gentle touch and helps you to your feet.
Stand up.
Do this,
And I say,
and I will pay you well.
what extremes am I going to ensure that you don't kill us all?
How do you mean?
Well, to save my life, I will run you through with my rapier. Whether you're paying me or not.
Ah, of course. So be it, if that is required.
So you are willing to sacrifice yourself for these people.
My life is worth no more and no less.
Then we have an agreement.
She turns and steps away. Curious. So very curious. And what did everybody get? Can somebody add it all up for me as a group?
Am I part of that?
No, because you're talking to her.
I figured. Okay.
Seaweed did not roll because Seaweed just sleeps in the water, so no 10.
58,
16.
73.
Yeah.
It was a 73. I'll let it up.
Yes.
All right. So you're finished before their conversation is even done. Very, very efficient, extremely so. And when Durch and Hippolyta come back around some of the bush, Polyus is like swaying kind of back and forth, commenting on how impressive everyone is, how strong they look, this, that, and the other. And he says, the jellyfish woman has returned with her assassin boyfriend.
You're right. She looks just like a jellyfish. Seaweed agrees. So beautiful.
And then he tells this wild story about peeing on a jellyfish and it stinging him, and he died and was brought back before.
That's how it works. Seaweed's never
not-
tried that.
It's not good to continuously lie to us.
I'm simply embellishing. That's all. Now, shall we make our way to the bridge?
Yes. Please.
Yes.
Okay.
Smile and gesture on.
All right. You guys make it to the bridge. And Polyus begins to work. He's incredibly skilled. And it's the focus once he starts is impressive.
Can Diego sketch him?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a performance. Actually, what are we using for your sketch? Are we using sleight of hand or are we using performance?
Oh, performance. It's,
Okay.
This is better.
Let me just make a note of that.
While we watch him fix this bridge, Vakeen is going to openly ask, anyone who is local, can you explain to me why this particular man had to be the one to fix the bridge? Does anyone know? I feel like there are many carpenters in the world. Why this one?
Because of his craftsmanship. Look at that.
He just and nods.
Roll a perception.
I see. Let's see. That's gonna be. Where's my character sheet? 15?
As you watch him work, you notice he reaches for a board. And the boards that are already there, like before your very eyes, grow a board for him. It's like sapling, young tree, Y tree, and it's this constant twisting of earth and plant.
Durch would like to help him build the bridge.
You move forward to the broken bridge, and these thorns rip up from the ground all around, stopping you from getting closer. They are wreathed in blue flame, and they are silent. There's no sound, just swiftness. The only reason you're not impaled is you feel a tiny kobold hand on your belt tugging you back.
I look down.
It's a spell from Hippolyta. He was
And I look
blessed
back at her.
by the goddess Demeter. His bloodline is the only bloodline capable of touching the sacred wood and of working it into a bridge to cross the realm. Delphi is so much more than just the residence of an oracle. Effectively, it is its own dimension.
I
Durch looks
appreciate
down.
the explanation. Thank you.
Durch looked down at Bingo and it's like, yeah, appreciate that. And he just sits down and watches. It's a
Most of
professional
her spells are
curiosity.
kobold themed because she loves bingo. Like her mage hand looks like a little like Bingo's hand.
Okay, so that's got it.
Her
I understand now.
her like gravity spells look like a bunch of little bingos like lifting people and smashing them down. Yeah, it's pretty good. You'll see.
Got it.
Any talking for the party? Or do you guys just wait, sort of soaking it all in?
Bingo's gonna wait and soak it all in.
Yep. They're just gonna appear to edgelord and just kind of sit and right at that threshold and watch him work. But it's actually just professional curiosity.
I think Vakeen is just going to be murmuring to Sagira about how they've come from one problem and dove headfirst into another problem.
Life is full of problems.
Myyrion will go find a spot to sit in the shade and just contemplate everything that's gone on this last day.
Right, Seaweed?
Seaweed's just talking to the carpenter, but obviously the carpenter is engrossed in their work, and Seaweed does not realize this, so Seaweed just keeps talking to, like, essentially a stone wall.
That's so funny. Okay.
Friend, you're doing so good. Your work is beautiful.
Cute. Okay, and Diego, what'd you get on that performance?
25.
You capture so much more in your drawing when you finally pull back from it. You have drawn entities in the picture that you cannot see with your naked eye. They look like trees blooming out the side of this simple wooden bridge, and in the trees, women's shapes and forms, their hair like a fall of spring flowers, and satyrs beyond the edge, like the edge of the other side of the bridge, dancing and playing their flutes. You look from the picture up to the scene before you, and it is only Polyus working away.
Ah. Interesting. So I would be right next to him, right? So it'd be just him and Seaweed.
Here you go, friend. Look at the carpenter. They're like a wizard of wood. They're a wood wizard.
Yeah, that's amazing power. But look at
It's a powerful wizard.
what do you think of this? This right here. Just I don't know why, but I drew this.
Let's see. Is there like other figures in the drawing?
Yep.
What? Who are these? See, he's pointing at the figures.
I don't know.
Are they your friends?
Maybe. I'm just thinking maybe artistic inspiration may have taken over.
What if you are like the Oracle and these are friends to be?
Oh, maybe.
You're so powerful wizard.
Yeah. No, just power just overflowing. But more important than power, how do
Power of
these things?
friendship.
No, that's pretty close. But how do these things make you feel?
I can repeat that. I didn't. You were low.
No. How do these things make you feel? Like,
They feel Seaweed with hope. Hope for new friends for you.
hope for new friends. Hope. Is it just simply the way they are? The way the head's tilted?
Like Seaweed seems. What is the word? You drew them, so they are important to you. Yes?
I need to think about this.
If these figures are not special to Diego, Diego will not draw them. So, they are special to you. Yes?
You are, like, incredibly intelligent, Seaweed. Has anyone told you that?
What? No! Diego, you are smart. You are the wizard. You are the very smart one.
But you're also a wizard because you do things, but you are very smart. No, you brought up a very good point. Yes.
Yes, they are your friends.
Yes. But friends we don't see. Thank you for your input. This is amazing.
You are... Again, you are a very powerful wizard. These are important to you. They're your friends.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Okay. It is well past dawn when Polyus wipes his brow and he's standing on the other side of the bridge and he shouts towards you. All right, I think it's ready. Non-friends who cast spells on me, but I guess I trust you a little bit.
What wizard? Your work is amazing. Seaweed loves it.
It is quite
You crack.
No, actually, Seaweed does not love you. Yes.
good. Now, if you've come to see the oracle, you'll follow this path. And he points behind him. There's this narrow dirt road that just snakes through the pine trees in the underbelly of the brush.
I'm friends. The oracle.
Hey, psst, Seaweed.
Yes, your friend.
I bet I could beat you up to the top. Go rush, running.
Okay, both of you roll athletics. The rest of you roll perceptions.
Athletics.
So I rolled a 13. 17.
Also a 17 on perception.
14.
I rolled a 10.
Give
A
me
dirty
this hand.
20.
You are so fast. You are a wizard of sports and running.
I got those testicle strength.
Nat 20 for Durch.
Okay, so Diego, what did you get? 14? Sorry.
No, 17.
17, and it was 14 for Seaweed.
Yes, 14,
Okay.
20.
17 for Vicine Perception, nat 20 for Durch. Bingo.
10.
10. Myyrion.
A dirty 20.
Okay. Sorry, I was yawning. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. And I think that's all of you? Yeah? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. There's only 6 of you. Why do I always think there's 7? It's like someone's missing my heart.
Nope, it's just 6 of us.
Burp, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay. Durch is the first one to see it, and then followed by thereafter everyone that got below him. Diego, you beat her to the top. Let me make sure I have this image in here. Okay, I'll get in a second. Okay, it is kind of steep, maybe half a mile run, but you're fit, right? You're filled with vigor and excitement. It's fun with your new friend. As you reach the top of this spiral that leads, it's like a nice, it's a cozy spiral around the tip of the mountain. You see the columns, beautiful Grecian steepled top of the long open temple. At the base of the temple, there is this pool. But you smell smoke. And then quickly behind you, catching right up, is Seaweed. And the both of you smell blood, a coppery tang. And you taste in the air oil, like gasoline. Durch, you're the first one to spot the two of them frozen in place. And you hear from afar, it's like scraping of two rocks.
he doesn't yell, but he's like, "Hey, watch out!"
Seaweed, we should probably stay put and wait for our friends, but maybe take a quick scan of the area. What do you think?
You're so fast! See?
Next. Yeah, but yeah. Sorry. Because like halfway, I was like, it was really funny because I pointed like halfway, like, "Hey, look at that!" And you looked and I just like sprinted past you.
Leave it all over!
But do you notice all this awful smell?
See if we can taste the air. See if it does not like that. It tastes bad.
Yeah.
Why does the air taste bad?
Because I'm familiar with this. It seems to be a combination of a thing called oil and gas.
Oil.
I thought yes. I think
Gas.
we should wait for our friends to get here, but for the time, let's see if there's anyone that's hurt, like from what we can see from here.
Did you fart? The gas?
Oh no.
Was it you? Is Seaweed tasting you right now? Seaweed's very concerned.
Oh no, that's not me. Trust me, I will let you know.
One by one, your party members make it to you. Just because Durch is the first one to see him doesn't mean that Durch recognizes who he is, Myyrion. There is a voice booming from within the temple that causes your heart to clench. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
That'll be a 17.
You hear your father's voice that says, "I demand you speak, Oracle!" And we're going to end there for tonight.
Woo!
Ooh.
What an ending.
Damn, backgrounds be coming out of the woodwork, friends.
Oh shit.
Next, we have to do a swimming race.
Seaweed is not very good in the land. The elevation. Very
Yeah, I got an unfair advantage.
Thank you so much for the game, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
my god. That was amazing.
Stupendous, superb, sublime, fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, that was good.
Very good.
Chron, thank you, everyone. You get a inspiration.
Inspiration.
Make sure you join the Discord to see when this session will be live. All sessions will